In the Crossfire. Welcome to another episode of In the Crossfire. I'm your host, Mr. X. Now today, we're going to be talking about a special thing. I bet you're wondering what that is. Well, it's April 1st, and do you know what day it is? Yep, that's right. It's National Atheist Day. To celebrate that, we're going to talk about why atheism is such a big hoax. Now, atheism, by definition, means one who disbelieves or denies the existence of God. Now, I looked up what denies means. To deny means to state that something declared or believed to be true is not true. This means that they're denying what is thought to be true. So the first question is, are atheists really right? Well, where does the belief of atheism come from? Well, some people, they just rebel against the whole belief that there's a God. I just don't want to be like those Christians, because they're just, or those Buddhists or whatever. And then there are people who look to evolution as their God, as the one who created everything. So, first, we're going to look at evolution, because that's like the main root problem to atheists. Now, the belief that everything evolved is a stumbling block to these atheists. I mean, while it tells a how, it never tells a why. Why did the earth get created? Why did, water come? Why did earth evolve? Why did creatures get higher? Another problem they face, and if you ask any of doctors or anyone like that, is how do mutations help? Now, I've been in science classes and been through mutations, and mutations are always bad. Every recorded one has always gone good. And also, unless the mutation is dominant, how would it pass on to its, kids? It would disappear, be recessive unless another one found. And I mean, if a dinosaur was turning into a bird, what would it lose its arms, and then little nubbins would appear? It wouldn't survive very long. And, which sex evolved first? If you're without a male, well, too bad. If you're without a female, well, too bad. And evolution seems to hit a lot of snags. A lot of people claim that, yes, it does make sense. But it doesn't, honestly. I mean, think about it. If you evolved, what do you have to live for? Not much. It's just worthless. Life is meaningless. That means if your neighbor goes out and goes and kills some guy, it's fine. It's fine because he's just evolved. He's an ape. Closer to an ape. Actually, Hitler had something very similar. His attempt was to exterminate all of the lesser of the species, the less evolved. By destroying the less evolved, he could super speed the human evolution so that we could go and maybe get wings again. But didn't work out. I mean, people call conservatives racists. It's like, yeah, but we didn't try to kill Jewish people because they were the lowest of the species. The woman who created Planned Parenthood, I don't remember her name, whoever she is, she was very outspoken in, I just want to exterminate all the lesser species. She actually attempted to put them up in black neighborhoods so that the blacks would have abortions and no longer breed. Castration of blacks during the civil rights movement. They were attempting to what? Well, get rid of the lower of the species because they're keeping us down. They're the weights keeping us from rising to the top of the evolution chain. It's very easy to see that evolution seems to spawn great hatred towards people of other colors, creeds, beliefs. And also, I've heard this all over the place. oh yeah, if the world was an atheist world, everything would be good. Would it? Let's take a look down memory lane. Everyone remember Soviets? Mm-hmm. Now, they were atheistic nation. You're a Christian, you'd get locked up, probably tortured or killed. Never heard from again because you're a Christian. Because something's wrong with you. You're a Christian. You know, they would not budge on any of that. You know, it's just blah. Kill all the people who are not atheists because they're not atheists. Look at China, you know. If you're not in an approved church by the state, you are not allowed to do it. If you do, we're going to arrest you, torture you, kill you. End of story. You know, it doesn't take a brainiac to realize that history does repeat itself. And we're heading towards that. USSA, here we come. It's pretty simple. And the problem is, no one really cares. It's like, they're atheists. They're fine. Everyone thinks that evolution is science. It's not. Evolution is not science. I mean, science. Two things that define science is observiality. You have to be able to observe it happening. And testability. You have to be able to try it out for yourself. Well, they've never gotten anything to evolve ever. They've never thrown a grenade in a room and created order. They've never done that. So testability doesn't work out for them. And, well, you can all look at the observability. I mean, yes, we observe a chihuahua came from a wolf after a while. But that's called adaptation. It's changes within a species. That's microevolution. That's fine. We can see it happening. That's provable. But when you go from, oh yeah, a dog turns into a dog, to a dog turns into a cat, or a cat turns into a dog, that's macroevolution. That means that things will change from species to species. And we have never seen that happen. Ever. No. We have never seen that occurring. So evolution is as much a belief as people like, well, me, a Christian, you know? You can prove it as well as I can prove God. I actually can probably prove God better, but it's pretty simple. So if you're feeling like, you know, celebrating today, remember, just because they say it's science doesn't mean it's always science. Remember, slap an atheist on the back and say, "You guys are so funny. Your joke is hilarious." Well, I'm out of time for today. Enjoy yourself. Happy celebrating, and goodbye.